That's right. All these topics and more will not be discussed on Magic Talk.
I gotta say that whenever he goes over about networking and more, marketing, networking, and more,
Yes.
you are the only person I know that actually uses magic for marketing, networking, and more.
I am.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully more people after they listen to these podcasts, right? That's the idea.
Yeah.
Is it?
I gotta think that anyone who does magic uses magic as a tool to be able to get the next job or to meet the cute girl
Or just
to,
involve themselves socially, right? Like a lot of magicians are kind of awkward or recluses, and it kind of gives them the confidence to, or reason for that matter, to just start to engage.
That is the idea. But any magician that comes to the shop that I talk to, you're like the only one that I've ever seen really do that.
Okay.
I don't know why.
What that I do is marketing.
Well, I know why you do marketing, but I don't know why you're like the only one that I know who goes out of their way to make magic a part of something that isn't actually magic.
Their daily life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Something like that. Maybe you could swing one, but that's about it.
I eat, breathe, sleep, and poop magic.
I do remember,
and I find that very inspiring. It's amazing.
No, I mean, I got my wife because of magic,
and in the time frame that you actually got my mother, that is very surprising. I gotta say.
Well, okay,
because magic wasn't cool back then, it is now.
And to be honest, when I first met your mom, she thought I was a dweeb and kind of a nerd.
See, that's the exact reaction that I would think of it.
But I showed up on a motorcycle with a leather jacket one day, and that turned everything.
Well, see, now
that was
cheating.
It. Really, that was the turning moment. Was that a rented motorcycle?
No, it was my brother's.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of borrowed, yeah.
But
so what is it? Something borrowed, something new, something.
Yeah. So
something old, something blue.
every job I ever got, I got because of magic. In fact, the very first audit, one of the more career-oriented type jobs that I got was with the diocese as an internal auditor. And when I went through the interview,
and they trusted a magician.
I know. So this is back in the day when the Catholic Church didn't care about the rules as far as smoking in the office.
Okay.
So priests tend to be heavy smokers, and so we are doing an interview. I have the controller sitting across from me, and I have this Monsignor sitting at the end of the conference table, and he's got a cigarette, he's smoking, and he says to me, he said, a lot of these priests are not going to appreciate the fact that you're coming into the parish to look at their books. So how are you going to overcome that? And I said, that's easy. Can I see your cigarette? And he went, what? And I said, can I see your cigarette? And so he hands it to me, and I put it in my hand, and I make it disappear. And I said, see, I'm a magician. If I have to, I'll sit down and show them tricks for 30 minutes and get them to relax, and then we'll move on with the audit. And he said, where's my cigarette? And I went, it's gone.
It's totally gone now, man. I don't know about that.
Yeah, and he said, well, bring it back because it was my last one. And I went, oh no, it's like gone. He said, well, bring it back.
So
there must be a prestige, Jim.
He didn't succeed in relaxing this audience, but
he was like really serious. He wanted a cigarette.
So result? What happened? He didn't care that it was gone forever.
It made for a great story.
He forgave you.
Yeah. Yes, because I went to confession and I said
you didn't just turn your back really quick and pull out a nasty, wrinkly, squished old cigarette. And be like, there you go, sir.
No. I used to do that trick all the time, and you can't do it anymore.
Well, maybe not in your circles.
Okay, but a lot of people who are still smoking are doing the e-stuff now, which you can't do that with an e-cigarette or anything like that.
No, it depends on what they're smoking, Jim.
Okay. All right, I get it. I get it. People would be pretty upset though if you made a joint disappear.
Yeah, you'd have to wait for it to be pretty good and almost done.
And where
You know,
anybody can make it disappear, and there's nothing there. But yeah, so
I was gonna say that the funniest part of that story to me is that you keep saying how it's very common for the clergy to be smoking cigarettes and such, and I think, man, is it that much of a rough life to go and spread the word of God? That they have to light a cigarette to go and relax at the end of the day.
Oh, I think they're probably smoking those cigarettes all day, my friend.
Yeah,
spreading this gospel is just
that.
Oh man,
and I think there's some alcohol that might be involved too.
Yeah, just a touch.
Anyway, so that I got that job. I got the job here as a result of my magic.
Well, yeah, because it's required for you to be a magician to know what to do.
Okay, not this job. The job in the software company.
Okay.
So, all right.
Not everybody here knows that this used to be a software company.
All right, that's true. That's true. I give you that. Okay. So, if you would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
50-50. Depends on the day.
Josh?
Depends on the day for me.
I am introverted all the way.
Okay. So I'm introverted. But magic allows me to be an extrovert.
That's nice. Yeah, I get that for sure. I will say for me, as far as marketing and magic, it kind of goes the opposite direction. I found that all the jobs that I've had as far as sales or teaching or whatever the weird things that I've had, I've always found that the skills I've developed at those jobs have ways that they can be implemented in my magic and have actually improved my magic. So for me, it kind of goes the other direction, so to speak. You know, I actually use all the skill sets I get from all my other jobs to apply to my magic.
Should we tell him that he must not be very good at his jobs? Ooh, I couldn't let that one go. I'm so sorry.
Wow, Jim.
I know that cut really deep.
But it's scary how accurate it was.
I will say that you are incredibly skilled at your sales jobs. Yeah, so
we talked about that.
Yes. Yeah, we did.
Sure. And I'm working on the skills as a magician. They're coming along.
Well, no, I think it's cool that they help you in, because I mean, let's face it, in magic, you're selling.
100%.
Yeah, you're selling the idea of
an experience.
Yeah,
an entertaining experience. Hopefully, people.
Well, you're selling the presentation too. You're selling that this is a regular deck of cards, or you're selling that this is I shuffled these cards, or whatever it might be.
Yeah, absolutely. So everything. Yeah, everything. You got to fill the seats even.
Right.
You got to literally sell.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's insane.
And it's funny because most of the jobs that I had done in the past required you to be ethical, honest, and admirable. And I'm in a profession that basically teaches you to lie and deceive.
Yeah.
But in an admirable way.
Yes, that's true. Admirable still holds true.
We'll fool you, but we'll make you like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's true. So anyways, I guess long short, that's my answer.
What?
To whatever you were asking.
To your opening rants.
Yes.
Oh.
About the marketing.
Oh, yes. Okay. That's
which killed 10 minutes of quality time.
Goodness, was it that long?
Yeah. But one of the things that is going to be really cool that's coming up is we now have so marketing is my background as far as digital marketing. One of my many backgrounds.
See, there's a secret to White Rabbit. It's not just a magic shop. See, there are aspects.
It's a self-production company.
No, they do a lot of stuff here. It's impressive. It's impressive.
Sublimation company. It's a graphics design company. It's a web design company. It's a photograph company. It's a
White Rabbit is a color changing bunny. We'll just say it that way. What you come on? I mean, we're tying magic into the whole thing.
No, I get the concept. I just didn't think it was a very good one.
Oh God! Oh, would you like him to be the bunny
Man,
from?
Jim's on one today.
Where did you have your soda?
I didn't have. No, I have not had a Dr.
You gotta get that DP sit, man. Let's go.
I've been off my meds.
Oh
So-
no!
I was gonna say you can make White Rabbit the Monty Python bunny. Do you watch The Holy Grail? No, anybody?
Long time ago.
Oh come on! Am I the only one who knows that reference?
Yes.
The cute evil bunny that went and attacked all of the Round Table knights and then killed one of them because it was savage.
It's been a minute since I've seen that movie. I must admit.
Apparently,
Wow.
I didn't watch that part of it. I guess.
So that goes and explains the nerddom of these two and how much of a nerd I am.
Why?
Because I understand and I remember Monty Python.
Okay, well, great. You're probably the only one who's listening who does.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anybody who wants to prove him wrong, send me an email.
Okay, we'll see if any comments come up. Yep. Nope. None.
Oh. Well, and maybe it would work.
Okay. When we come back, we're going to do a quick review and a little discussion about the Quantum deck. So we will be right back. Yeah, we will be right back after these messages. If you are on Facebook, you know what to do. You're still doing noise in the background. We are back. Hey, thank you for that quick commercial. I can't talk.
Intermercial?
I got to get my meds. I shouldn't be off.
That's very true.
So, Quantum deck. In short, somebody names a playing card or
no.
They take a playing card, they place it somewhere in the deck, they ask somebody to
no.
So okay, in short, it's a card at any number,
yes.
or depending on your presentation, and any card at any number. But what makes this one unique or different is that it is a blank deck of cards, and there is a single card at that chosen number.
All right. And I believe in the demo, it's a card that he's pre-selected. It's not
in the demo.
randomly
Yes,
selected.
correct. So it's a card at a number.
Right.
Number.
So he teaches a way to go and make it any card.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there's different methods you can do for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the concept is you call out a number, they show all the blank cards on both sides that they are blank, and
Count down to the number.
Count down to the number, and that number ends up being the card.
Correct.
Okay. So the debate that kind of surrounds this trick is the fact that he claims the deck can be examined. Now, there is a very common method that is being used with this blank deck. For those of you who are familiar with, Brainwave or any of those other kind of decks, you'll know the method. So, what have you found? I should premise this with Greg has been now performing this trick, and he actually conducted his own experiment.
We'll say light experiment with a few people that were in my general reach at the time of performing the trick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what happened?
It went really well. It went really well. And I will say I was performing this for my father and girlfriend, who see me do magic constantly and are very aware of methods of how things are done. And so I was very, very, very curious about making my dad inspect this deck. So I didn't want to mess anything up. So I took my time performing it, practicing it rather, to make sure that when I did it, it went well. Performed it for him once, immediately had him examine the deck and asked him to examine it to his heart's content. He noticed nothing at all, actually. And we'll talk about this in a second, is actually because of the way he was examining it. Noticed nothing at all. I got the deck back again, did it about 4 more times, and then really forced him to look at the deck and really examine it, in which case he then did start to notice something, but still admitted he had absolutely no idea why that would matter or how that would have to do with anything. Now, granted, he's not a magician, And there may be a magician or plenty of magicians who may pick this deck up and notice something.
Yeah,
and
you should notice probably right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
And they also may be able to come up with a method on how that could be done right off the bat. I know quite a bit about stuff. So when I first saw the trailer, I pretty much had an assumption of what this was. But then that was questioned because of statements made
right
in the trailer, which is also controversial, is what people say. I gotta say, man, I mean, I feel like he was not dishonest whatsoever at all with it. I think some magicians may look at it and might be able to figure it out. You can say that about almost any trick.
Well, anyone, I don't, okay. I have a hard time prescribing to the concept of performing to fool a magician.
It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You should be performing to entertain people.
Right.
Be it a magician or be it a regular spectator or whatever you want to call them.
But with the goal that, I got to do this so I can fool a magician, it's like, how many magicians, aside from the Magic Castle, take that out of the equation. How many magicians do you perform in front of?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Hopefully you're out there, getting gigs and actually performing for people who enjoy magic and aren't people who perform it all the time. I mean, ideally, that's the hope.
I hardly ever run into somebody in my audience go, "Oh, I'm a magician." Occasionally, but it was one guy.
And not only that, there's a lot of magic to know. Just because you're a magician doesn't mean you are even that clever of a magician. I mean, I know I'm not that clever of a magician. That's why I study so much. I want to learn as much as I can, so that I can figure out how to do the magic I want to present. But honestly, I didn't even know about the quantum deck until like a week ago, as crazy as that sounds, because I wasn't necessarily, I'm not following all new tricks and everything like that. And this has been out for a minute. So I was just surprised. Once I got it and understood it, I thought it was amazing. And then when I started researching it more online, I saw so much controversy and Craig Petty getting so much flack from particular magicians about him being dishonest and trying to get money and all these ridiculous claims for a really amazing trick. And I mean, sorry, if you're not getting the reactions that you want, or if it's not being presented in the manner that it's more than likely an adjustment you need to be making. I hate to be, and I'm not some amazing magician. Please understand, y'all. Like, I'm not making any claims like that. But it's a good trick. I say it's a good trick. And yes, I think you can have the cards examined. And he even shows you ways to basically prepare the cards in a way where you could pretty much almost make them regular. And most magicians would probably fly by. You know.
There is a lot of there's a lot of people who pick it up and have that same concern because
we think like magicians. We can't not think like a magician.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I think that's a real problem in magic sometimes.
Yeah.
Now
it's a block.
I could
could
definitely find excuses for any, let's say discrepancy with those cards, because it's definitely not unexcusable with what might be different.
So this is the problem. Not only that, you're not trying to say, look at these cards. Do you notice any little weird things? That's not what you're saying. You say, take these blank cards, make sure you look at them and make sure they're all totally blank, which is you're framing that thought. Yeah. So as they're looking at them, that's what they're looking for, something. And if they notice they're sticky, they may look at them closer. But they're not. Anyways, I haven't performed it for enough people, y'all. So there may be plenty of magicians listening to this saying, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I performed it for people and they have busted me. So I'm not going to try to make any strong, crazy claims here. But dude, if you haven't got Quantum Deck and you want a fun any card at any number or card at any number, that will really, it's so enjoyable. Even when you know how it's done and you just sit there and you just make it happen at that number every time, it's very fun. It's very enjoyable. You almost start fooling yourself, honestly. So,
and
just
how much
saying,
does that deck sell for?
$40, and apparently it was a complete ripoff because if a magician can't examine it, then it's definitely not worth $40. Which what?
See, even if you know the method, I want to know how you can surmise how it's done.
Yeah,
because even still, when I opened it up and I said, oh, okay, that's how it is. And then I'm like,
you're still like, I still gotta watch something here.
I'm like, but how still?
So here's the thing: when you're developing magic, how many decks are developed off of that concept?
Gosh, dude, so many.
Tons.
Oh,
So
good God.
many.
So to sit there and say that you can't expand on that, or you can't use that concept to be able to develop a different idea or a different way is foolish. I mean, even the big names, Max Maven, we're going through some of his stuff, and it's like, well, gee, that's almost identical to this.
No, I want it to be with no visible methods. I want it to be examinable, any card at any number. So you're talking about real magic? You want it to be real magic for $40. Okay. It's like, hold on, I don't know. I got an occult book somewhere.
Oh.
I don't know.
I was at Kaiser picking up my prescription, and the woman at the counter.
That's why you left it at the pharmacy.
No, I gave myself a shot today.
Okay.
So I'm at the counter, and she sees my shirt that has the house White Rabbit Magic Shop on it with the bunny logo, and she's like, "Oh, that looks like a magic shirt." And I said, "Yeah," and I showed my sleeve with the White Rabbit, and she's like, "Oh, there's a magic. Where's their magic shop?" And I said, "In Santa Paula." And she's, "Oh, that's really interesting." And I said, "Yeah, we have other things, escape rooms and stuff." And she's like, "Can I ask you a question?" I went, "Yeah." And she said, "Is magic real?"
Yes.
Yes.
And I went, "Well, if magic was real in the sense of real magic, you wouldn't need a magic shop to sell you a trick." So
I would have just asked her. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, she was
legit asking you.
Like legitimate.
No, I understand. I would have asked her though. Do you believe it is?
Yeah.
And if she would have said yes, I would have said then it is, because it's her own reality, man.
Yeah, I have such a hard time. Maybe
because that's because you don't believe in magic.
Well, no.
My God.
Right. That's what I think. I think you don't believe in magic.
No, maybe it's because I've worked with so many Christian organizations. They beat the whole concept of magic being the demon kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Unless you're Amish, then it's a puzzle.
I have a really
See,
I have a really hard
back
time.
to my topic that I wanted to talk about.
No, Josh. No.
I have a hard time taking a little kid and making them feel like what I'm doing is actually real.
Okay.
So
versus entertainment.
That's an interesting topic. So because I want people to understand that what I'm doing is of practical means, but I want them to be inspired that they're looking at something so wondrous based off of something they know is practical means, but they can't discern what that is. And what a wondrous thing to behold. Like, that's the kind of magic that I like. That's the kind of magic I want to develop and present, because now it puts people into a state of curiosity again. Like that moment it used to be so easy to do that when you were a child, right? And as you grow up, you become more realistic, and that becomes less and less. And honestly, that takes people out of their power, out of their real magic, in my opinion. And so I want to use my performance-based magic not to deceive people into thinking what I'm doing is real, but to get them to start to wonder about what they do every single day for their life, and start to get them to connect with their real magic, so to speak, so that they can start to elevate their life. That's kind of my goal, and that's the kind of real magic that I believe in. Not to sound cheesy, you know what I mean?
That's why we have the Magical Life show,
right?
It's about the magic that's all around us.
It's beautiful.
But I guess the struggle that I have is when they think of the, like, poof, you really vanished, or yes, I'm really levitating, or yes, I can make flowers come out of my butt.
It's so weird. How long ago was this? A couple of days ago, though.
Yeah.
One of my security guards was asking me this last Thursday or something. Like just
Did he just get a job over at Kaiser?
Right. No, that's hilarious. But it was very similar type of thing. Like, let me ask you, what you and it was a very, very similar discussion.
Yeah, because she was
very odd.
The way she was looking at me is it was a very voodoo.
Yeah, people get concerned.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, magic is entertainment. It's a way of getting away from reality.
For sure.
Or just 45 minutes or whatever the show is.
Or to see something you would normally have to go to a movie and look at a screen. You get a chance to see a real person do it in front of you with no real, CGI or real means of it happening.
Right.
It's like right there, almost touchable,
So yes, magic is real, just like Santa Claus.
Well, I don't debate that, but
well, thank you. Far too many people do.
So
speaking of marketing and Santa Claus,
yes,
did you know that our popularized Santa Claus, the red suit with the white trim and all that was actually created by Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Coca-Cola Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's talk about successful marketing. People don't even understand that it's literally created by a soda company.
What was Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
There's all kinds of renditions of him prior to that, but our westernized Santa, like the typical Santa, that's from Coca-Cola.
Yep.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Just like a polar bear. That's exactly Coca-Cola did it. That's Coca-Cola
bears aren't real either.
Well, they are real. Coca-Cola manufactured them so that they can go and have that whole marketing scheme.
They move and
polar bears did not exist prior to Coca-Cola. The magic of Coca-Cola. Yeah. See, a bunch of people at Coca-Cola must be magicians, I gotta say.
That part for sure.
That's gotta be a thing.
Yeah, it's since you brought that up, I'm gonna jump into another topic here. Because we do marketing, we do digital marketing, we design. A lot of people, it's funny because when you ask people what it is you're looking for a style or a design, they go to their competitors. And so I always tell people, don't go to your competitors. If you're looking to do a design or a style, go to David Copperfield, go to Penn & Teller, go to Lance Burton. Those people have marketing agencies. Those people spend tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars designing their brand. So look at what they're doing and mimic that. Don't go look at Billy Bob, master magician for your child's birthday party and see what he did on his website and go and be inspired.
Yeah, for sure.
Be inspired by. It's like when we were in software. I never used to look at competing church software companies. I looked at Microsoft and Oracle and companies like that, and I looked at what they did, and that's how we kind of modeled our. It's the same thing. Like if you're going to start a small business, and you're looking for the right geographical location, go park yourself next to a McDonald's because they spend millions of dollars doing marketing studies on where they're going to put where they're going to build a McDonald's.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So if there's a McDonald's nearby, trust me, they put it there for a reason, and so that's where your business should be.
So basically, right off the freeway.
Not always.
Not always?
No.
More often than not, I've seen that.
Yeah, but
McDonald's is everywhere.
Yeah.
McDonald's was the first Starbucks?
Kind of, I guess.
Because you know how there's a Starbucks or a coffee house on every corner now? Because apparently coffee's crack. I think it's the devil's drink, but we can get into that debate later.
Drink like 8 gallons of Mountain Dew a day?
Yeah. Hey, that's battery acid. That's not
marketing.
Yes, I'm waiting for my endorsement checks.
10, 2, and 4.
Oh, good God.
So, new people or young people don't understand that. But if you go to an old timer and you say 10, 2, and 4, they'll be like, "Oh, Dr. Pepper." It's all marketing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, we are going to take another quick break, and when we come back, Josh, do you have a deck for us?
I do.
Okay, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Pro
deck switch
as well.
Yes.
So we will be right back. If you are on Facebook, you know what to do. And we're back. That was a quick minute in Greg's lingo. A hot minute.
A hot minute, you means you have to do it fast.
Oh,
or you need a second.
What minute were you talking about?
What minute?
You were saying
he was talking about a quick one.
A quick minute?
Did I say that?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
You said it like a couple of times.
Today?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Jim.
He's always stoned.
Ideally, if possible.
You can't ask me to keep track. Come on now.
All right, Josh.
I'm too tired.
What deck are we taking a look at?
We are taking a look at. You didn't even start it.
Oh my gosh, I did not start it, and I didn't even start the. Who is the producer of this show?
I don't know. It's terrible.
Good God. Good God, man. What's that too?
That one. That's the Star Trek.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Here we go.
There is an outbreak among us. It is limited to only a small portion of our population. They have a sickness. They have an addiction. They collect bicycle
I
playing
don't like how
cards,
this doesn't start
which
right
is
away.
bad
It's
for them,
it's like
but great
skip
for
2
us
seconds.
because we have almost 500 decks of playing cards to
I gotta
choose
get
from.
straight
They'll
back
go
here.
crazy in here. They'll spend every last penny they... This is their story. This is Playing Cards Anonymous here on Magic Talk.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, what are we looking at? Skulls?
Today, everybody, we are going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the skull.
Class.
Teacher, may I please have the floor?
Class. Shut up!
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. You deserve that. You deserve that for what you did in my ears.
That was Cheech and Chong. Class. Class. Josh, will you hurry up? You're burning midnight oil here.
Yes, okay, of course. Once my father finally puts the water to his mouth and inadvertently shuts up, then I can go and tell everybody about the Skull and Dagger
You
deck.
better do it quick because we have an escape in a couple minutes here that's going to show up.
Okay. Well, with this deck, this is actually Alex Pandrea's newest edition of playing cards that he's produced. If everybody knows, he also does the Crown decks, which is with his company was Blue Crown. And this one has a very interesting, I want to say blank face, but it's a dark face.
It is interesting. What's up?
So that's
with
actually
that?
for some. This looks like it's for some black magic.
art. Yeah, some black magic, black
Black
art.
art,
Okay,
yes.
take it easy there, Josh. That's a different episode, folks.
And it has 2 jokers. One has a really cool reveal on it. If everyone can see.
Ooh, I like that.
What is
Yeah.
Ooh.
See that right there?
What's the reveal? That he's
The
got a
reveal-
dagger through his hand?
Well, yes, but it's also the 3 of clubs. Everyone can see right there in his eye.
It's his eye. Oh.
Get it now? See,
Well, I'm too
hey,
troubled by the
remember-
dagger going through his hand.
It's okay, Jim. It's just a drawing.
Okay.
It's not real. Now, see that? Actually, if everybody has ever seen those apps, the magic apps that have the Houdini magic apps, actually, I think Inject has one too.
Yeah, Inject does.
Yeah, so that's kind of like Inject. Now, these other cards, they're pretty standard as far as the faces go, but the color is a little different. For we can see that.
And face cards, are they
Let's find one.
are they custom?
A little, not
Traditional.
really.
So,
Got the queen, it's pretty traditional, and then the jack, again, pretty traditional, except this one has a monocle on it.
Yeah, a little monocle.
yeah.
And then they have one other gaff card, which is kind of nice. It's a almost a fadeaway style gaff card.
So it's got the 10 of spades with one of the spades is kind of a logo spade.
Yeah, and
And then
then
it's got the bottom half bleeding into the back of the deck.
yep, it looks like one of those fadeaway type of gaffs. So some very specific trick he was thinking about. And the other cards, they feel similar to the crown cards.
Okay.
The crown decks, actually. It's not like a bike where it's the air cushion, because that's very textured. This one's not so textured, so there's no real air cushion to it. Feels more like a what would you call the expert
Okay.
playing cards, or the superior. Superior is another good one. This one feels more closely to. Fans out really well.
May I see it back?
Back.
Can I spring him?
Yeah. So we
So,
see. Oh, actually,
The
that's
back has
interesting.
a skull with a dagger going through the eyeball.
I will say this too. There's something really cool that I just noticed with the red cards.
Oh, the
Red
corner,
pips,
the
and
corner
then
pips are red, and the center
Oh, come on.
pips
You're
are
forgetting
black.
some stuff here. That's cool.
yeah,
That is cool.
I just saw that.
That
That's
people
really
need
neat.
to know, Josh.
It's the same with the diamonds too.
That's cool.
That's really
I like
neat.
that.
Well, I would hope so.
Well, you never know if they're going to do something really weird and different.
Okay.
And we have our final question. They do feel really
The
good,
Pharaoh, the
This-
Pharaoh.
but
There's 2 questions:
well, there's.
the spring and the pharaoh.
I feel like they're going to have a good spring to them because they
I'll
feel
try not to drop
durable.
them this time.
And let's see, we have from the face. No. But from the back, usually with these cards anymore, they're not cut traditionally, so you do have to get them from the back. But you do it from the back, and it's okay.
So
It's a little
a
chunky.
B
It's all right.
on
Is that right?
It's all right.
it's
all
a
right.
B on the pharaoh.
Yeah.
So all right,
It's not great. It
Let's-
doesn't not buttery.
let's see what Greg can do on his part.
Let's see. It's bringing them.
All right, we got you soloed.
Ooh, they're kind of stiff.
All right, he's standing up, and well, you can hear the noise. That's nice.
Yeah, they're nice spring. Not bad. Pretty stiff.
Okay,
Yeah, I like it.
all right. They sound nice. They
They
got
do.
Yeah, they have a
Josh's-
good sound to them.
Yeah, pretty sound. So
Kind of a thicker feel.
They are. Like I said, it's more of a superior style stock. Which I forget which one that one is. I think it's from Elite playing cards. They've got that stiffer paper that they use a lot of time. But it's a good deck. I like it. The back is really interesting. This one
I already
sells.
told him about the backs. Don't go there.
Okay, fine. Jeez.
Time, man. Keep time.
This one I believe is $10.
Wow, that's not too bad.
That's
for
not
me.
bad.
Okay. So hey, both our moms joined the show. One mom just left.
Shut up, Mom.
Anyway, we will be back next week. Is there anything else on topic that you'd like to discuss?
Yeah, we got a show tomorrow. Come.
Oh, we do. Yes.
Come to the
we
show.
Have, Spellbound
Come
at
on.
the
Shameless
table.
plugs, Jim.
I know, and I am actually going to be the featured.
Woo!
What?
I said
Jim's
that wrong.
closing. Let's go, Jim.
Yep.
I said that wrong.
What?
About the price? But
What is it?
well, I'll let you finish.
No, go ahead.
It's $13.
Okay.
Oh, that okay.
My favorite
now,
number.
Now.
Now we.
All right.
So we have Trudy in the house. She says hi.
What's up, Judy?
So, and I got to find out whether or not will Trudy be going to the show.
Come to the show, Trudy.
We have to find that out. See whether or not she's coming.
There will be magic.
There will be.
Well, you
And
just
what's
asked
other?
her. Is she going to
Never knew.
respond?
We'll see. We'll get some new magic too. Anyway, by the way, we have a new absolutely. So hey, apparently our voice is being carried online because she was able to respond to my
Let's
question.
go.
Cool. So
See
we
you
will-
tomorrow, Trudy.
yeah. Anyway, we have a new service that's going to be coming on for those who are doing digital marketing. It's a service you can sign into, and you can look at all your reviews. You can do all your social media posting,
What?
as well as
I
you
need
can
this
get
service.
grades on
We'll discuss
your
prices later.
website. So it will actually grade your website, tell you how it's performing.
Like
in
the
different
Google?
areas.
Just like the Google?
Well, it does it does an executive report that tells you what's wrong with your website and what you can do to up your grade.
So I can tell people I have a digital executive. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Ooh. Anyway, thanks for listening, Trudy. We appreciate the one audience member.
Thank you, Trudy.
Well, it's the one who's
You rock.
acknowledging us. All of them, all the other ones are just as introverted as you and I.
Okay.
Right? You know
So
you're there.
they
We
don't-
appreciate you guys too.
They don't like to go and acknowledge themselves out in the open.
I get it.
You know, obviously we do get it.
Can I end the show now?
No.
Okay.
Why do you want to end the show so bad?
Because we got an escape coming up.
They can wait.
They Never keep a customer waiting.
Nope.
Anyways, that is our show. We will see you all next week. Greg, will you be joining us next week? I think we're going to be doing the live version of the show on Wednesday.
Cool. Let's go.
So,
Who's
I
going
haven't
to
told-
tell me that?
I haven't told Josh.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
don't tell me nothing. I swear to God.
All right, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Later.
Take care and be safe. And remember, there's only how many days? It's 18 days till Christmas.
I now know.
And no, let's just keep that talking going because my server just like closed down on me.
Oh, good. So you didn't end it.
Hocus pocus.
Oh, there it goes.
Edit.
Pick a card, any card. Some words are magic. They sparkle with the promise of something wonderful. But they're still just words until you add that something wonderful to the mix. And that's what you'll find at the White Rabbit Magic Shop in Santa Paula. Their inventory includes world-class tricks and illusions that are not only for sale, but that they will teach you to master. In addition, White Rabbit Magic Shop is world-renowned.
So yeah,
It's
so
amazing
so
collection of
Minibook Pro,
licensed
right?
playing cards.
You know the trick, like the premise of it,
500
right?
decks in stock.
Okay. So
if you're serious about
when you
magic,
do, so I
then
want
say
to
it
do
with
it.
us.
So are you familiar with
White Rabbit
Nicholas
Magic Shop,
Lawrence's
we
Evolve?
believe in magic.
So it's
The White
a
Rabbit
it's a
Magic
color
Shop,
change of
located
a
at
folded card
15500 Telegraph
that you
Road,
drop. So you got like a red card, you drop it in
Santa
your hand, it
Paula.
turns blue.
For more
But it's a
information,
folded
Oh,
card,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? So, because with Minibook Pro you have to have refills.
Right.
So I want to rebuild, and I have the Evolve gimmick, so I want to rebuild it to where it looks like the Minibook
This
Pro
has
by
been
using the
a
folded
Rough
card
Edge Studios
and tearing off,
production.
actually building the gimmick with the folded card version.
Oh.
Right? So that when you switch the Minibook Pro, you're going to switch it for the fucking Evolve.